Is it permissible to pray in churches and synagogues or in any place of disbelief like churches and temples? Is prayer forbidden in these places? Is it discouraged but still valid, or is it allowed? Among us, scholars have differed on 3 opinions regarding the ruling on praying in synagogues and churches. The first opinion is the opinion of the majority of scholars, the Hanafis, Malikis, Shafi'is, and Imam Ahmad in one narration. This opinion is the correct one. Praying in temples and churches is discouraged as they are seen as sites of disbelief and polytheism, with Christians believing Christ is God or God's son. These places are more discouraged than bathrooms, graveyards, or dumps. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, prohibited praying in Babylon, calling it cursed, as narrated by Abu Dawud. Churches are also seen as cursed and places of wrath, where anger descends, being houses of Allah's enemies. Worship should not be directed to Allah there, but if one prays, the prayer is valid yet discouraged. And they said these places are places of anger, and the Prophet banned praying in Babylon, saying it is cursed. This hadith was narrated by Abu Dawud. Here the Prophet linked the prohibition of praying there to the curse, and these churches are places of curse and wrath. Worship should not be directed to Allah in their houses. However, they said if one prays there, the prayer is valid, but it is valid with discouragement. Imam Ahmad has a narration that praying in churches is not discouraged. It is permissible to pray in churches if it is pure, as it falls under the general statement of the Prophet who said, "The earth has been made a mosque and a means of purification for me. So wherever one of my followers is overtaken by prayer, let him pray, for it is a mosque." This hadith is authentic. Praying in pure churches is permissible. As the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, stated, "The earth is a mosque and a means of purification for me. Wherever prayer overtakes my followers, let them pray, for it is a mosque." The companions of the Prophet also prayed in pure churches. Imam Ibn Mundhir reported Abu Musa al-Ash'ari prayed in a church, and Ibn Abbas allowed praying in temples facing the Qibla. Polytheism there does not affect Muslims worshipping Allah. Imam Ahmad discouraged prayer in churches with images. Imam Ibn al-Qayyim supported this view, as did Umar ibn al-Khattab and Abu Musa al-Ash'ari. Polytheism in those places doesn't harm the praying Muslim, while others bear the loss. Imam Ahmad distinguishes between places with or without images. Images discourage praying, without them it's not. Imam Ibn al-Qayyim says this view is from Umar ibn al-Khattab and Abu Musa al-Ash'ari. They question if praying is valid now with actual idols. Some Al-Azhar scholars pray with Christians during holidays, and it's valid. If there are pictures, praying is disliked. If not, it's not. Imam Ibn al-Qayyim confirms this doctrine from Umar ibn al-Khattab and Abu Musa al-Ash'ari because the images face the one praying and confront him, and they are like idols, even though they are not physical representations. They symbolize disbelief. They say that if the images are not physical representations, then what about now, when the images are physical representations, meaning there are actual idols present? So does that mean praying in them is still valid? But in any case, we see, for example, some scholars from Al-Najjar going to the Christians during their holidays, and praying to Allah. What is the ruling on that prayer? The ruling is that it is valid. The consensus is that it's discouraged among the majority. Imam Ahmad has a narration stating that it's not discouraged. However, the bigger issue is that they go and celebrate with them during their pagan holidays, which is a major problem. This is the issue of congratulating polytheists on their pagan holidays. And there is no dispute among scholars that this is not permissible by consensus. Some even said that this is disbelief. May Allah protect us. If he is pleased with it, then of course he is a disbeliever. But if he is not pleased, then there is a consensus on the prohibition. Many scholars also see this as disbelief. May Allah protect us. So it's better for a person not to do this. However, if he does pray in a church, then his prayer is valid, but it is discouraged. It's best for him not to do this. And Allah, the Most High, knows best.